Okay, welcome to part one of our AI for spiritual conscious content creators, where in this part I would like to share how to truly understand your audience, their needs and pains with AI to help you out, to understand, to see how your spiritual and conscious business connects. I'm coming from the background of understanding customer insights by using technology, so it's easier part for me. However, what we used to do, we used to have a big teams, lots of technology to really do this on a massive scale. Now, in the age of AI, there is a truly incredible things that I would like to show you, and this is where we begin with the heart of any conscious businesses: your audience, people who you serve, people who you help. And you are here because you care deeply about the people you are here to serve. And sometimes it's super hard to know exactly what they need, what they're struggling with, how they speak their hearts, what are the pains, what are the challenges. So before we used a lot of technology, now with AI it becomes so much easier to really understand their pain points. And in this part, I'm gonna show you a very practical AI tool that leverages Reddit, because Reddit is absolutely incredible database of potential customer audience. People talk on Reddit a lot about different things, about their problems, about solutions, about a lot of spiritual and conscious topics. So what I would like to show you today, what you see on the screen, is a tool called GummySearch, which is AI tool that leverages deep insights, real conversations of people who are talking on Reddit. And what we would like to do, I will show you how you can easily tap into this massive amount of insights and real problems, and to see how your conscious business intention matches to the consumer problems and pain points. So let's start with this tool, and I will tell you how to use this tool. It's a very simple tool, not a lot of learning curve, how to really understand the niche, your target audience, to understand spaces where people already talking about topics that you trying to address. We will talk about how to spot common questions, themes, pain points, challenges, super easy, super fast with AI. And we will then talk how to use this insight to create your content, to adjust your propositions. Okay, let's start. So on the screen, you can see that this is how you enter this tool. It's really simple screen where it shows you on the back already tool. You just sign up for free, where you have two options. You can go free, and of course there will be some limitations, but it will be good start for you. Or you can go into paid version. For the purpose of this demo, I will use paid version to show you what comes free and what comes paid. And then, yeah, let's just go and see how I'm using it and how you can use it for really uncovering audience insights. So I'm coming to my account, where you can see I'm going to audiences. So we'll start with the audience, right? With the people who we want to serve. And you can see saved my audiences. You can have curated, right? And you can have trending. So for curated, tool already created for you a lot of audiences, where you can have like audience like parents, AI enthusiasts, generative AI designers, so lots of different audiences. It means that people who created groups or communities, tool already organizing them into the audience where people talk about. And you can see that, for example, for financial independence, it has 8 subreddits. If you know what subreddits are, if you don't know, it doesn't matter for this purpose. It just means that there are channels where people discuss how many users and how much monthly growth, right? You can find a lot of them. You can also see there are trending ones that are growing now on what is happening. And you can also filter it out by the name. For example, you can do, if you want spiritual, and you can see what will be the spiritual trending audiences. You can see spirituality is growing a lot. You can see different other types. So you can also create and save your audience. But for now, for the purpose of this, let's go just to spirituality here. And you can see that spirituality is 522,000 members, 30 now online, almost 1% per month growth. Similar subreddits. So Reddit subreddit is subchannels, and what in the audience there. So if you click on this audience, you can also see how many members, how many total posts, what are the tags. And then if you go to this spirituality group or audience, see this community in your audience. Okay, so then I will go back to my saved ones, and I have spiritual awakening audience, which is a part of it, which connected of other groups. And you can see that if you click here, that's my audience. That's where I'm inside of my audience. And you can see that on the screen, you have a keyword search where you want to search for specific parts that you want to uncover in this audience. Or you can see that the themes and topics already defined based on their popularity. For example, you can jump into pain and anger where people already talking about spirituality, what brings them pain or what challenges they have or what they're angry about. You can see that they have hot discussions, top content, advice requests, solution requests, self-promotion, and you can click even more, self-promotion, money talk. And now we go into themes, right? So I click on this tool onto themes. And for example, I'd like to explore more pain and anger in spirituality, in spiritual awakening. And you can see that it gives you summary that pain and anger expressed by spiritual awakening community revolves around feelings of intense struggle, confusion, frustration. Many individuals are grappling with collapse of their perceived reality, the pressure to achieve enlightenment, and challenges of healing from the childhood. So you can see that it's already kind of defined subcategories, topics, spirituality, reality, ego, enlightenment, spiritual, subreddits. That's a part of free package already that you can do easily with your tool. You can click on browse all, you can see the patterns. If you want to ask more, for example, I would like to go deeper with this pain and anger, and I click on the ask, and then on the ask, I can ask what are the top 5 pain points around spirituality that people are discussing here. And then I click this question, and then it tells me that there are 37 relevant submissions. So it will help you to analyze all of these posts, and it will help you to save your minutes. So it calculated that it will take you 45 minutes to go through this manually to read all of this text, because there are 10,837 words, and you can ask AI, right? And for this, it will charge you. So I have my paid account, I have 2,000 AI minutes, and if I click on ask question, I'm using my credits. That's already part of paid tier of this tool. Now it says in 30 seconds, it will give me this answer. It will analyze all these discussions. And you need to understand that these are real people who are talking about their problems. And now it gave in less than 30 seconds the answer. And you can see that there are, what are the top 5 pain points around spirituality. So that basically it answers my question. You can share your answer, or you can read it yourself, or you can put it into your database. And basically you see that based on the Reddit posts and comments provided, the top 5 pain points around spirituality that people are discussing. And you can see that loneliness and social disconnection many users express. Number 2, conflict between spirituality and material demands. Number 3, health and healing. So you can see that it basically analyzed all of this and summarized for you what are the main points. And it also listed all these individual posts that you can see it get information from. So you can actually go to the post and you can read it in depth if you want, or just for the sake of time and exploration, you will start from this. So basically we will go through what you can do with this to fuel your other AI assistants to help you to summarize it. For this lesson, I would like to show you this functionality because it also saves it, right? So you can go back and this question will be saved. It will be cached for you. So basically then you read it, you understand it, right, for your topic, and then you can incorporate it into your database of these audience insights. You can also click here on patterns, and it will do the patterns of this discussion. Basically, it went into pain and anger, and it just go through all of them, and it will tell you if it was deleted or if it was removed, or if it doesn't have it, you can see that it stays there, user who submitted it, what was the emotion there, how many comments, how many likes, when it was done. And basically, if you want, you can save it, bookmark this conversation for you, or you can go deep into this conversation and you can discuss it, right? So that's one of the part of it. You can close it now, and you can basically go through so the audience spiritual awakening, and you can see that subreddits include so channels that are include are awakened, spiritual awakening, spirituality, and you can see that you can actually expand this audience. You can add more people. So for example, everyone knows Eckhart Tolle, right? So he also talks about spirituality, awakening. You can see that there are 20,000 people. You can add it to your audience to basically enhance your database of people, right? Because it's plus 20,000 people. So you can see now I added, so now it included 940K members, 1% growth, and you can see that spiritual awakening, it gives you this diagram. So basically it's quite a lot of information here. And of course from there you can go into topics, you can see how they grow, what they're growing faster. You can also use search to search for your topics. And it's of course not limited to on the spiritual awakening. You can go and create any other audiences which you want. But in your created audiences, you can basically understand what people are talking about, real people, about their real problems and needs. It accumulates, combines, and saves you lots of time to understanding it. I absolutely love this tool. It's super simple and doesn't require you a lot of learning, and it's super great. So you can also go to the product section, and you can see that what are products mentioned there, product reviews. So if you want to create a product there, you can see and understand what products already mentioned these communities. I think it might require me to upgrade to a next tier for this. However, you can see that it can give you starting point of understanding what people talk about, apps, meditations, and different parts. So I think it's first part of this tool introduction which I want to give you. Just to summarize that you go into your audiences which you create based on your keyword searches, right? So you go to search and you type who you want to search, what kind of topics you want to discuss, keywords. Based on this, you can also create audience. Then you go to the audience, you click on the audience, and basically within the audience, you can learn a lot about this audience, a lot of insights. Then you sort of collect this information, what people are talking about, what are their problems. You filter it out for your specific proposition. And based on that, I will show you next what to do with this information with AI and understand your audience much better yourself, but it doesn't stop on that. There will be much more that you can use this input for your next steps to create your strategy, your content, your communication, everything basically. But now you sort of reconnect with your audience in a database form. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'd love to learn more what you want to cover more on this. And I think we'll go next with the next video to see what you can do and how you can use it for your next steps. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.